Team NBS Media presents The Mask Podcast.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I got a question, right? How come every time I hear somebody clap, I want to clap? Like when the intro was coming on, they was clapping. I'm about to like start clapping too. I'm like, what the fuck is that about? No fucking idea. You know, we want to welcome everybody to another episode of the Mask Podcast. I'm your host, Mark. My co-host, Rick. Rick, what's going on, bro?
Oh, sweating. It's a brutal day out here, man.
I know it is hot as shit. I don't understand what the fuck going on. I just left down south. I'm like, damn, did I bring the heat with me up here? Like, what the fuck? Like, shit, like the mask had you sweating out this motherfucker.
There was no easy transition either. It was like nice and cool, bam, 95 fucking degrees. Like, what the hell? Where's the in-between?
Yeah, there's like no in-between. This shit is so damn disrespectful these days, man. But I guess it'll be a hot summer. Where we at in Well, we're going into July, so I guess, yeah, it's about the time for us to start sweating our asses off now.
Yeah.
Everybody got time for this shit. I'm going to start doing the podcast outside or in the fucking ocean some damn way. I don't even fucking know no more. Like, what the hell? All right, so this week, we're going to start our NFL all-season countdown. We're going to go by divisions. Since Rick is a big fan of the Miami Dolphins, we're going to start with the AFC East. Really not my division. I really don't give a fuck about none of them teams in that division. But, you know what I'm saying? Rick is a fan of the Dolphins. So, today is like Rick's show. Like, I'm just going to grill him on his Dolphins, the Patriots, the Jets, and those damn crazy ass Buffalo Bills. I'm saying, you ready?
I'm ready. Let's hit it.
Damn, I don't know if Rick ready. He say he ready, but we about to find out. All right, so like some of these questions Rick did come up with, I'm saying? So we going, oh shit, I think I just deleted the question.
Oh,
I damn sure did. Let's try to remember what the hell that question was. All right, Rick came up with this question. I guess he's going to have to explain this one to y'all, so I'm just going to read it or put it on the screen and let y'all read it. All right.
Yes, sir.
Rick asks, is Aaron Rodgers the LeBron James of the NFL? I have no idea what you mean by that, so I'm going to let you explain that one.
Oh, my God. Hey, listen, when it comes to these two superstars, they're both freaking megastars. They're both very good at their position. They're both a little bit too much for their teams to handle. Let's be honest with you. I think LeBron James gets more coaches fired than any other player in the history of basketball. I also think Aaron Rodgers kind of puts himself before the team a lot of times. Like, he's already missing camp and stuff. Is he that next big star that maybe doesn't bring his best to the team? Is more concerned about what his accomplishments and his goals and where he's going to be, what he's going to bring for himself over putting the team first. And there will be people that say, oh, he took the pay cut to work with the Jets on getting more players. I'm like, yeah, and then a year later after he bought that good favor, he's not showing up to mandatory camps.
So, all right, has he not shown up yet? He's still out, or what is he doing?
No, he showed up a little bit. They played training camps or whatever, where everybody freaked out because they thought he was limping, and I'm like, dude, it's not even the regular season yet. Yeah, he's probably still got a limp. Dude, that's a major surgery, but the start of mandatory camps, he's nowhere to be found, and they said he had a prior engagement that he means a lot to him. Like, where do you get away with you had a prior engagement? Like, preseason camp schedules come out well before the season starts. Like, this is on every NFL's players' calendar well in advance, and shit starts in June, July, and August. Okay, don't say you had a prior engagement.
right. So, Aaron Rodgers. So at his age, 40, been in the league a while. Does he not get that pass?
Well, yes and no. Like, the guy's going to come in and he's going to ball out for the Jets as long as he can stay healthy, and he's going to put him in a good position to win. But in the same sense, you don't get a free pass because what message are you sending to the rest of the players? Okay, you might get a pass with the rookies, but like the other veterans who are there, who are putting in the work, who are showing up to mandatory camps. I mean, you're essentially, yeah, you had all last off season, but you're essentially starting over with the Jets, and you didn't get on the field other than that first game when he got hurt, but like that time's got to be there. The time's got to be there. You got to work with your new players. You got to be, on the same page. In camp is where you build a lot of the chemistry. And yeah, people will tell you that, oh, by the way, they're not really playing at game speed and blah, blah, blah. It really doesn't matter till they show up on the field on Sundays, but it does. The ones that have put in the work are the ones that are, that are showing up day one, ready to go, learning as much as they can. We talk about all the greats in the history of sports. How many stories have you heard about? Oh, this is guy. He's the first guy on the court and the last guy to leave. That's the mentality you have as a champion. You know what I mean? These guys that are winners show up day to day, week in, week out, no matter how good they are and want to win. Now, is that kind of mentality what's kept him from earning another ring? Maybe. Who knows?
Now, I also read a report where Sauce Gardner said that, we tripping over nothing because Rodgers have been here through the voluntary workouts. He's been there every day. He just, I guess, like you said, maybe the prior engagement. But it's like, he's been there and nobody was reporting that shit that he's been there, but they reporting the days that he missed. Like, it's kind of fucked up, but, I guess it is what it is when it comes to the media.
Well, the thing that's weird about it is even the coach came out and says it's an unexcused absence. Well, if it's an unexcused absence and that was any other player, you'd fine him. We wouldn't dance around this. You'd say, oh, if it was something major, oh, he had a death in the family, he had this, then now it's not something that maybe the team should have to share. But in professional sports, you do. That's just what it is. Is there a cause for concern? No, but I think it's just a mindset and what has kind of tarnished his legacy in a lot of people's minds.
All right, I'm with that. For me, as far as Rodgers goes, I'm not a Packers fan. I'm not a fucking Jets fan. I'm saying I do like Rodgers, and I just did a piece on Rodgers about he needs another ring to be mentioned with the greats. Like I said, for me, when we view Aaron Rodgers, it's like you view him differently because, for one, he's still playing. He's playing in the era of Patrick Mahomes, Prescott, Hurts, Lamar Jackson, but we forget that he's from another era of Drew Brees, Tom Brady. That's his era.
Right.
But he also from the era where, it was about the rings. Like, hey, to be great, you got to win 2 or 3, whatever, Super Bowls. This era is about, how many touchdowns have you thrown? How many yards have, like, Lamar Jackson. I know cats love Lamar Jackson as a quarterback. No doubt about it. He's a great talent. However, you got 2 MVPs, and to me, you ain't reached the Super Bowl yet, my dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get it. You can run, you can pass. You can do some amazing things, but when you get to the playoffs, honestly, you choke. But yet everyone holds Lamar at this high standard, like he is that guy. But they never talk about his chokeness. Like, once again, everybody talks about Aaron Rodgers. Oh, he choked this, he choked that. But Lamar gets a pass. Why the fuck is that?
Right. Yeah. I blew up Ravens Twitter one day, man. They were not happy with me when I said he doesn't make it in when it matters the most. I simply stated, and I wasn't knocking him. I just said in in the big games, in the games where they need him to be the elite quarterback, he tries to do too much, and that's what hurts him in terms of making mistakes, making plays that end up in they're just plays that end up putting the team behind or putting them in a bad position or turn the ball over, turning these freaking plays into negative plays. He just tries to do too much. The old rule doesn't sink in with him. Live to play another down. He always tries to make that big play, that big elite play, and it hurts him more often than not.
I agree with you on that. With Rodgers, like, do you think that this is it for him? Like, he got one more year or another year left in him?
I think Rodgers. Shoot, I think sitting out a year, he might have a couple more years left in him. He doesn't seem to be slowing down at all. I think his time in Green Bay, his productivity in terms of wins might have dipped a little bit, but his talent level didn't. So we'll see. I think this year is going to be very telling for what their future holds, and I don't think they have a backup plan right now. I'm not even sure who their backup quarterback is.
Yo, I looked that shit up today when I was writing the piece, man. Fucking Tyrod Taylor, and I think it might be a rookie, but his backup is Tyrod Taylor, pretty much. So it's like, they're putting all their horses behind a 40-year-old quarterback. I mean, it can be done because we've seen Tom Brady do it. I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
But Brady is on a different level than Aaron Rodgers. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is one of the most accurate passers that will ever play this game. No, I mean, look, man, the man is a badass quarterback, yo.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, we can dog him out as much as we can. But I would look, if I'm down 7 or 6 or whatever the case may be with 2 minutes left, I would love to have Rodgers as my quarterback. He just hasn't had, as years go on, the right talent. Like the season when he was in Green Bay, I mean, he had young wide receivers. Yes, Jordan Love did do some great things with them last year, but Rodgers and people, he gets a bad rap because he's an asshole. So was Tom Brady. So was Joe Montana. They were all assholes. But they won. So I guess they get that pass because they won. Rodgers is like, yo, I'm gonna hold y'all to a higher standard. Y'all can't meet my standard. Y'all can kiss my ass. Hey, look, I get it. Once you get that certain, the same way we raise the kids. Like, yo, look, I'm the dad. This is how it's gonna be. Rodgers is an ass pretty much, but he's a funny asshole. But at the same time, but he's an asshole. I can't wait to see him. Hope he stays healthy. I can't wait to see him this year in this division with these. Going against the Dolphins 2 times a year, going against the Bills. I think it's another team in that division, but we forgetting them right now because they don't really matter. But I mean, I can't wait. I can't wait to see him, man. See what he does. And
here's the thing. Like the other comparison I had for him was like when he signed with the Jets. Just like the Brown went out and got his guys. Aaron Rodgers kind of went out and said, "We need this wide receiver. I need this lineman. This is my offensive coordinator, and this is what we're doing." And I hope it pays. Well, I don't hope it pays off. We'll see if it pays off. Should be the more accurate comment. We'll see if it pays off for him.
Sure, indeed. We can see what Rodgers got. All right. So you pose this other question to me, and we're gonna put it to the room, underneath so everybody can see it as well. Did the Bills do enough to replace Stephon Diggs? I'm sorry, I'll be to laugh at that shit, but I'm still, I can't believe they let him go. Like, I mean, was there really animosity between him and Allen, or was it something between Diggs and the team? Like that part, I guess we would never fucking know.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. I mean, we know what happened. There was a lot of frustration that we saw even on game day that showed up on the field. They went out and they got some young receivers, cool, but you're basically putting a lot of faith in these new guys to be as good as one of the top 5 receivers in the league. You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot of productivity to replace. That's a lot of star power to replace. And you got to think of it in terms of this. Unless you got a guy that's going to go out and be an elite wide receiver for them, it changes the way the defense plays football against them. It changes, you no longer have to double team Stephon Diggs to keep him from making plays. You might be able to play man-to-man, one-on-one with guys because they're still rookies, still learning the game, and you lost a guy like Gabe Davis. Now, between the two of them, they probably took a lot of focus on in the secondary. So it's going to be interesting to see. They have good young tight ends. Maybe they get them in a little bit involved a little bit more. But one of them really has to step up and be that elite kind of receiver for them in a Rob Gronkowski type role. If they don't have that elite receiver,
like, all right, they drafted Keon Coleman. So far, I mean, I like his play. I love his personality. He's a very, very charismatic, funny ass dude. Like, dude is fucking hilarious. We're gonna see what that does on the field. Oh my god, they got Chase Claypool. I had no idea this dude still was in the fucking NFL. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Only reason I knew is he was on Miami last year. He didn't do shit.
Oh yeah, I forgot y'all did that.
In that offense, he didn't do shit.
They went and got Curtis Samuel. A great vet. Wish to help. Allen. They got Valdez Scantling, Mr. I can't catch a ball. I mean, it's like, honestly, like you said, you lost your top 2 receivers and you replaced them with journeymen and rookies for a team that is kind of that is supposedly built for a Super Bowl run. And you got an all-pro quarterback here. This shit is not going to end well for them.
No. I think you can't always moneyball your way into success. I think it works, maybe 50% of the time if you catch lightning in a bottle, but I'm not sure they did. I know that you have a guy that provided a spark. Those 2 players, when Stephon Diggs wasn't making plays, I was getting so pissed watching frickin' Gabe Davis just eat up frickin' the Miami Dolphins and shit. I'm like, how does he keep making plays? Just fucking cover them. But when you have those guys out there that are just making those plays, can their productivity be replaced? Sure, I'm sure someone can rack up the same amount of yards, but are they making the big plays that matter?
Good question. Julio asks, is the Buffalo Bills window to win the Super Bowl closed?
That's going to be a big question mark this year. Personally, I think if it doesn't happen this year, I think they missed their window.
Man, they window been closed for 2 motherfucking years. I ain't gonna lie. I'm sorry, Bills Mafia. Like, y'all had for one, the NFL changed the fucking rule for you. Because I did think there was some bullshit. I believe that game was so fucking awesome that you should no, you don't end that shit like that. So they wouldn't change the fucking rule for you. It wasn't our fault that the Bills went out and fucked around in free agency and didn't get the running back that they needed, didn't get a real number 2 receiver that they needed, decided to throw money at Von Miller when he was, I won't say past his prime, but he wasn't the player that he was in Denver. They fucked around and did dumb shit, and now you got this quarterback sitting here like, yo, okay, I got to do everything. Pretty much, Josh Allen has to do every fucking thing. Has their window closed? Their window has been closed the moment that they lost that fucking game to the Kansas City Chiefs in fucking overtime. That's when their fucking window closed. Now, honestly, I think Diggs knew that. I think he knew that shit. Now, you know what? He's like, yo, I can't win with this dude. I can't. The defense sucks ass. We can't run the fucking ball. It was running backs available. Y'all had him. It was so many. It was players available even at the trade deadline, and they were just like, you know what? Nah, we're gonna trust in Diggs and Allen. Diggs is like, motherfucker, you ain't trusting in us. We ain't getting it done. We
need. Didn't want to play in the cold anymore.
Probably so. Colder than the motherfucking fucking Buffalo. But they love that dude in Buffalo. So Julio, do I think their window is closed? Yeah, that shit closed about 2 years ago, bro. And only people who don't know that is fucking Buffalo.
What's funny is as we go on about it, you think back about it. I mean, they backed into the play. Like everybody's like, oh, they went on a run last year. No, they didn't. Fucking Miami fell apart in the last half of their season. You know what I mean? Between the injuries and between not getting it done, Miami gifted them a spot in the playoffs. It was midway through the season. What were they? A 500 team? They were not good. They were not going to beat. They weren't going to beat Lamar Jackson. They weren't going to beat Patrick Mahomes. They were not working their way through the rest of the AFC to get to the Super Bowl.
Granted, look, I'm with you on that bunch of cold ass table hopping on them off. Them Buffalo Bills. Them. And once again, before we go to the next subject, I'll tell you my love affair with the Bills is that, growing up, I watched them win. I mean, well, not win, but watch them go to 4 straight Super Bowls. Like, after the second one, like, you kind of felt sorry for them fuckers. So you're like, you know what? I'm going to root for them because, like, first of all, like, how could you not like Jim Kelly? How could you not like Andre Reed, James Lofton, Thurman fucking Thomas, Cornelius Bennett? Fucking, like, damn, I can't believe I'm still living on fucking players. But you know what I'm saying? But how could you not? I mean, that team, that's before free agency fucked up football.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you had a squad and y'all rolled together. Whether or not they made a lot of money or not. But they were the team. They were the fucking team. They were the AFC version of the fucking Dallas Cowboys. To be honest, with their quarterback and their fucking receivers and their fucking running back. Like, you wanted to root for them fuckers. So in a sense, I'm like, yo, I wish y'all do get a ring because I'm tired of crying for you motherfuckers every year. Like, even though I'm an Eagles fan, I still cry for Buffalo because I'm like, damn, dude, 4 straight trips and Scott Norwood, fuck, like, you know what, man? You know what? I'm about to get pissed just talking about that shit all over again, yo.
Listen, you can stop lying to the people, Mark. You only wanted the Bills to win because they were going up against the Giants and the freaking Cowboys.
All right, see, I wasn't going to go that route, but since you brought that shit up, I mean, hell yeah, my hatred for the damn Cowboys, and Greg, if you listen, I'm sorry, bro, but you already know I hate them motherfuckers. Look, you damn right I want them to beat the fucking Giants and the fucking Cowboys. So, okay, you know what, Rick, screw you little fucker. Yeah, this shit was kind of personal, but but at the same time, man, I'm talking about you, dude. Like, you were the team of the AFC. It's like Kansas City right now.
Mm-hmm.
But that fucking offense, man, that shit was just something to watch. And that defense, yo, down top, damn, how the fuck do I still remember these old ass fucking players? Like, that's how I tell you, man. I was rooting for them dudes, and I still got a soft spot for them. And we had an ex-writer here who loved the Buffalo Bills, and he kind of made me just give the Bills a finger because it's like a fan can fuck up your whole love for a team. That dude fucked up my whole love for a team. And his fucking name was Charlie. Charlie, what the fuck was his last name? Charlie something. But he used to write for NBS. And every time we would talk about football, man, we could be talking about fucking Joe Montana, but somehow the Buffalo Bills always snuck their way. I don't even think the Bills even played Joe Montana. Like, but yo, he would just drive us the fuck crazy with the fucking Buffalo Bills. So he made me hate them. So you know what, Bills fans, I'm sorry. I kind of hope y'all lose now. And this is all Charlie's fucking fault. Charlie, if you watching this, you did that shit, bro. I used to like y'all. It's all you. What the? Hey, Joe, what the fuck is Charlie's last name? Charlie what? I know you. Oh shit, he typed it underneath. Charlie Gross. Okay. See, look at his last name, Gross. What the fuck? You gotta say more? Like, what the fuck? Yo, hey Joe, I'm sorry. Like, if you get a fucking deceased and whatever that letter is and shit, look, bro, I'm sorry. But yeah, yeah.
Mark is exercising some demons tonight, man.
Hey, look, man, it's real, bro. But anyway, let me stop bugging the fuck out on the Bills, though. All right, so the question that I deleted by mistake, it was, did Bill Belichick hold the Patriots back? Sorry, I don't have it at the bottom because I deleted it by mistake. Sorry, y'all. Sue me, or you can cash at me and I'll type it back under. But but that was one of Rick's questions. He said, did Bill Belichick hold the Patriots back? What you think, Rick?
So when we have these kind of discussions, I wanted to make it perfectly clear that I mean the past couple seasons. Let's not say, hey, Bill Belichick held the Patriots back for 20 fucking years.
Hell no, he did.
But I think Bill Belichick held the Patriots back indefinitely the past couple seasons. I don't know where the idea to put Cam Newton back there was. Like, don't get me wrong, I am not bashing Cam Newton. Big fan of Cam Newton and his play in his day. But when you've got a team like the Carolina Panthers who loved Cam Newton, whose fans loved Cam Newton, and he was the greatest thing ever to Carolina Panthers fans, if they let him go because they feel like he's not going to get him there, why would you go out and just immediately, he's your starter, he's good to go? I think some of his decisions at quarterback, I think kind of held him back. The Mac Jones saga kind of set a lot of things in motion and kind of tarnished his legacy, because let's be honest, before that, everybody thought Bill Belichick was the greatest thing since sliced bread when it come to quarterbacks, because every time Tom Brady was out or suspended, the guy stepped in and the offense was just as fucking good as if Tom Brady was there. None of them were as good as Tom Brady, but they looked like it. So everybody's like, oh, it's Bill Belichick's system. Tom Brady must just be a systems quarterback. And then Tom Brady went on and won one with Tampa Bay, and all of a sudden people are like, wait a minute, why aren't these people succeeding in New England anymore? I think a lot of what his biggest fault is I think his ego got the best of him. I think he thought his defense was elite enough to get them over the hump, and in these final seasons we kind of saw that maybe he was not quite the best decision maker late in his career in terms of personnel and coaching decisions. So I think a lot of it was he didn't want to give up the reins. I think a lot of it was his frustration with the team, and maybe he wasn't putting out his best effort. But yeah, I think the past few seasons he really held them back.
The Patriots, another fucking team I hate. And unlike the Bills, I never rooted for you fuckers to win any fucking Super Bowls. We're going to keep that a buck all the way. I did enjoy watching the documentary. Like, if no one has watched the Dynasty documentary, whether or not you like the motherfuckers or not, that is one of the best fucking documentaries I have ever fucking seen. And I hate this fucking team. I am not a Tom Brady fan. I am not a Mike Vape. I don't like none of those motherfuckers. But that documentary was one of the best I have ever, because it showed you shit that you sitting here like, oh shit. Like, first of all, the coach and the quarterback, they were friends at first, but in the end they fucking wasn't. Yes, as Rick said, Belichick has a fucking ego. But you won what? Six Super Bowls? Yeah. How can you not have a fucking ego?
Well, yeah, for sure.
Like, you know that you are the best coach in the NFL, coaching the best team in the NFL. Not even that. You took a 7th round quarterback and turned that motherfucker into the greatest of all time. You took a bunch of players no one wanted and turned them into fucking Super Bowl winners. How could you not have a fuck? My ego would be like this. So,
for sure.
When Tom and them left, I mean, sorry. Let's go back. When Mike and whoever, Troy Brown and whoever, Will Fork and whoever the fuck else they had on their team, when they left, like, my man was just rotating players and they kept winning. They kept fucking winning. So in his mind, you got, like you said, you got to think like this. I lost Bledsoe. I put in this kid from Michigan, and we win. He goes down. I put in Jimmy Garoppolo or Matt Green or whatever the fuck that nigga name is, and we keep winning. So I kind of understand Belichick in that sense. Like, yo, my system has worked for years. So now we get this kid from Alabama. Roll Tide, baby. We get this kid, Alabama, Matt Jones, who his first year takes us to the fucking playoffs. But then I don't give him enough to maintain that. That was my issue with Belichick. His system, like you said, his system stopped working. And then, I guess what made it even painful, and we're going to say it because we're going to keep it a buck. When that motherfucker Tom Brady went to Tampa Bay and won the fucking Super Bowl, no one and their mama could tell me that Brady was, that Belichick was not at home about to choke somebody. Because when they did the documentary, you saw it on his fucking face. I was like, damn, that's some fucked up shit. Ha 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 ha. At that point, I started liking Brady because, you know, you got to see him on certain telecasts, and you got to see his. Brady's a funny motherfucker, yo. Like he's a funny.
Once he came out of his shell a little bit, I'm like, I don't hate him as much as I used to.
yeah. I'm like, yo, I don't hate this little motherfucker as much as I used to. But you know, to your point, like, you know, time passed Belichick, and he was just too stubborn to let go. That's what happened with him. He was just too stubborn to let go.
That's just it. I think the game evolved a little bit, and he had not. Eventually, the league catches up. It's the same in any sport, with any player, with any bit of greatness. Eventually, the rest of the league is gonna catch up. And we talked about LeBron James earlier, and how he's struggling, how the Lakers are struggling. The league caught up with him, and it's the same thing in the NFL right now. And it's more than just the NFL. You take a look at all these college coaches. You know, Saban decides to hang it up this year because, you know, teams are catching up with him. You know, it's the game's changing, and they don't want to be a part of. I don't want to say they don't want to be a part of it, but they feel like they've done enough that it's time to walk away. And, you know, putting in the work to learn new things. Yeah, as a you know, 30, 40, maybe even a 50-year-old coach, you might put in the time and the work to make that happen. When these guys get up to 70, 80, it's like, you know what? I've done enough. It's time to walk away. And I think he waited a year or two long to walk away and say enough was enough. Yeah.
That part, I definitely agree. You know, I guess he wanted to sit there and like, you know what, I could turn this around. But, you know, sometimes, yo, you can't. Like Phil Jackson went through the same. Sometimes, yo, you just can't do it. And it's okay to say, yo, I can't do it. Like you say, he should have walked away 2 years ago. But it would never tarnish his legacy. Like all this so-called cheating shit and like I said, the documentary, like you haven't watched the documentary, yo, please, because they talk about all the fucking scandals, yo. Oh, yeah. They talk about all the fucking scandals.
Like, damn, they just coming right out with it.
I don't give a fuck. When they talk about that Deflategate shit and the fucking and the Spygate shit, and the camera goes to fucking Belichick while he's sitting in the chair, I'm like, this motherfucker did it, yo. Like, and him and the cameraman was like, you know, they was kind of beefing and shit. Dude asked but dude was like, yo, I answered that question for you already. Dude like, no, you didn't. He said, I answered that question for you. I was like, yo, Bill about to fuck you up, bro. You got to fuck up. I was scared of Bill at that moment. I was like, dude, you know what? He ain't got to answer this shit. Like, if you don't want to, but yeah, he did that shit. But that's football, bro. Like, everybody does it. They just got caught. Right. You know, at the end of the day, they just the ones who got fucking caught. That's all.
It's like time in baseball, man. Everybody does it until you get caught.
Same shit, steroids. Like, man, come on, bro. But no, man, I'm about to jump on that shit right there. But you know, Belichick, you know, did he hold that team back? Yeah, he did. His ego held that team back, and I'm glad he walked away when he did before it got worse. before they became like an 0-16 team. Like, I'm glad he walked away when he did. I wish he became, defensive coordinator for the Eagles or some shit, but that's just my wish. But that's how much I respect that dude. Like, I would love to have him on the Eagles fucking coaching squad. That's how much respect I have for that old ass man. You know what? So we're gonna jump ships to I can't pronounce the name of this bum ass team. The Mimi Dolphins. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. Some fucking team down there in fucking Miami.
Listen.
So once again, Rick posed another question about his squad, the Miami Dolphins. So the question is, did Miami do enough to protect Tua? I only put Tua because I can't spell his last name. Like, I don't even try to pronounce his last name. So his name is just fucking Tua. You know what I'm saying? So did the Miami do enough to protect Tua, Rick?
Here's the thing. I'm frustrated with the Miami Dolphins, and I know a lot of fans are frustrated. Yeah, they went out and they made a couple moves along the offensive line, but here's a stat. I wish I had I saw it scrolling through Twitter one day. I should have just saved the tweet. I forgot who said it, but when we look at the Miami Dolphins, when you look at Tua's stats, with a clean pocket, I think the stat was, with a clean pocket, he completed 93% of his passes. Damn. With a clean pocket. In a rush, when the pocket collapsed, he completed 54% of his passes.
Roll Tide, baby.
Right. So when your drop off is that dramatic without a clean pocket, you've got to understand, like, this is the NFL. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to have that perfect pocket. When you have a quarterback with injury concerns, when you have a quarterback who takes a significant drop off without a clean pocket, and especially in the playoffs, and you saw it late in last year when their offensive line got hurt, or they had to shuffle things around and the offensive line broke down. That's why they started losing games. The narrative was they couldn't beat good teams. They beat good teams, maybe not as much. I mean, they beat the Cowboys on Christmas Eve, which was like enough of a present for me. But when it came down to it, they lost because of injuries, and they lost because they didn't have Tua. They didn't give him enough time to make those plays and get open. So what did they do in the offseason? They went out and got like one backup, and they signed, I forgot who in free agency. But the number one thing with it is if your production is that bad that the game essentially changes because you're breaking down, your offensive line is breaking down, and you don't have the depth to do it, what makes you think you're going to go into this year and have the depth and have the healthy players come late in the season? You're putting all your eggs in one basket that your offensive line stays healthy the entire season, and it's never going to happen in today's NFL.
All right, well, yeah, I'm saying your Dolphins are still titty suckers. Look, I love Tua. Of course, I love Tua because I have to repeat it again. Roll Tide, baby. Hey, look, man, I love my Alabama quarterbacks, Matt Jones. I love all them motherfuckers. Does he have to be protected? Hell yeah. To me, Tua still doesn't get the respect that he deserves. They still want to talk about the concussions and shit of that nature. Like, so it's like you can talk about Tyreek Hill. Oh, Tyreek Hill's a great fucking wide receiver. But prior to when he was in Kansas City, it was because of fucking Patrick Mahomes. Uh-huh. So when he gets to Miami, it's because, oh my God, he's such a great wide receiver. Why is it not because of Tua?
Right.
Like, why does that shit, you know what I'm saying? Why does it work for one quarterback, but we exclude the other fucking quarterback? Like, right. I mean, we can't say race because they both black and shit. I mean, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, give Tua that. I mean, like, fuck around. Look at his wide receivers. He has arguably two of the best wide receiver court in the fucking NFL. So are we just going to say that it's just the 2 wide receivers, or are we going? We've seen other quarterbacks go in the game and not be able to duplicate what Tua does with those 2 wide receivers. So please give Tua the respect he deserves, just because he had a fucking concussion. But look, man, please, y'all can kiss my ass with that shit. Tua's a badass quarterback.
Well, I want to jump in on that because that fucking argument drives me absolutely fucking crazy. And I'm not the biggest. I'm not gonna say I'm a straight up like, yeah, I like Tua. I think he's doing great things for the Miami Dolphins. I think he struggles from time to time. What I am gonna fucking throw a wrench into people's day with that argument is, you're gonna sit here and say it's Tyreek Hill. You're gonna sit here and say it was Jalen Waddle. Blah 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 blah. But let me ask you, where would fucking Peyton Manning be without Reggie Wayne and without Marvin Harrison? Where would Tom Brady be without Gronk and Amendola and fucking Edelman? You're going to sit here and say that any great quarterback in history never had talent around him. It was always the fucking quarterback that made these things happen. Dan Marino in his time had the freaking Marx brothers, 2 of the greatest receivers of the time, catching footballs for him. You cannot tell me that talent doesn't make a quarterback better. But you still have to go out and have the talent to be able to get those guys the ball, to not throw the fucking interceptions, to get, to make the smart plays, to keep the ball moving. It's not just run down the fucking field and make it happen.
Before I post this real quick, Rick, today is Dr. Coleman's birthday. You know what I'm saying? Yep. I know she's probably not watching because it's a fucking sports show and shit. But yeah, I think she turned like 80 or something. I can't quite remember the age.
I'll be hosting by myself next week, guys.
Yeah, I'm saying. But yeah. Today is her birthday, so everybody watching in the comments and everybody, you can wish Dr. Coleman, happy birthday today.
Shout out, happy birthday.
Word. Rick, say happy birthday, everybody. I'm talking like she right next to me. All right, Rick, this one right here is for you. Joe said this, and I'm going to let you read it, and you can comment however the fuck you want to comment.
Oh, God. So anybody who doesn't see it, give Miami a decent quarterback and a healthy defense, and they can be a major problem. I think Miami's a major problem as it is. Again, we can talk about Tua not being the guy. My biggest struggles is when he gets a little panicky, when he starts to see that pocket collapse around him. I think his biggest fault is waiting too long to get Tyreek Hill open or to get Jalen Waddle open. His biggest thing is he's got to throw the football away, live to play another down. I could say it a million times over, live to play another down. But you're gonna don't disrespect QB1 on that one. I mean, the dude led the league in passing last year, or pretty darn close to it. I don't know where exactly he felt. I thought they had the number 1 passing offense in the league. I could be wrong, but they were near the top one way or another. You can't tell me that the kid doesn't have it. He's a good young quarterback. I think one of the main reasons, again, injuries down the road, but like at the end of the day, that playoff game against the Kansas City Chiefs, let's be honest, Mike McDaniel is still a young coach as well. You got out-coached by a future Hall of Fame head coach. Andy Reid is to me, in my mind, as great as he is, he's really turned his career on in Kansas City, but he is one of the most underrated and underappreciated coaches in the history of the NFL. He's done
damn right.
And you went up against a future Hall of Fame coach and lost in one of the coldest games in the history of sports. So, yeah, Tua has his faults, but every time that someone says he can't do this, he can't do that, the next season he goes out and does that shit. So I'm going to say it right here. He can't win a Super Bowl. We're going to say it. So, fingers crossed on this season.
What? Hey, look, like I said, I love me some Tua. Tua's all right. Of course, I love him. But, besides the whole, Alabama thing, I think he's a great quarterback. I think he's just what Miami needs. Somehow, fuck, man. Y'all offense is scary. But, y'all have issues. Like any fucking offense. Any offense goes through, ups and downs. Y'all just happen to go through the down at the wrong fucking time.
Yep.
It's like, God, dog. Like, if they can just get it to click. But you got arguably two of the best wide receivers in the fucking league. You got I don't care, man. You got a good fucking solid young quarterback into a.
We didn't even talk about they added Odell Beckham Jr. this offseason.
Oh, wait a minute. That dude's still in the NFL? Like, let's stop joking. Let's not joking.
He's nowhere near what he used to be, but let's be honest, he made some plays for the Ravens last year that kept a lot of drives moving. I think he's good. He could be a good asset, another guy that can be a team leader come down the stretch. Like, their biggest thing right now is they don't have the depth, so eventually they're going to have to find guys that can make plays later in the season when people start getting hurt. But that's that's the challenge of the other 31 teams,
As a third wide receiver, you're not going to, well, not get any better, but I mean, he is a great fucking option to have as a third receiver next to Waddle and fucking Hill. Like, shit, my last check down is fucking Odell Beckham. Like, damn.
Right. Oh yeah, and you got they signed a tight end, Jonnu Smith, as well. I'm like, okay, yeah, his career didn't do a whole lot in Atlanta, but like he's been sneaking around the league the past few years, and he's been a playmaker. So in an offense that shines and people seem to excel past their potential, I'm kind of curious to see what he'll do this offseason. So like the depth there on receiver is going to be key for them, but the biggest thing is can their offensive line keep Tua upright? Can they keep him with a clean pocket so he can, again, complete 93% of his freaking passes? And, oh, by the way, most of those passes were over 10 yards, deep down or deep downfield, which most people said he couldn't throw. Okay, yeah. I'll put the asterisks in then because some of them the receivers did have to slow up for, but who cares? They catch the ball and they gain 40, 50 yards. I don't give a shit.
Facts. The Dolphins are going to be one hell of a team to watch this year. So, as you all know, we're doing the AFC East. So, of course, we cannot go through a show without ranking fucking positions or players or whatever the case may be. So, we're going to start off with, of course, the quarterbacks. And, as you can see down below, the top 4 quarterbacks in the division. Rick, who you got?
Oh, okay. Top of the league. First of all, until somebody knocks him off, until someone can control that division the way the Bills have, I'm putting Josh Allen up top. Skill set all around quarterback, Josh Allen is up top. Tua is a great passing quarterback. He doesn't run. Josh Allen has that ability to scramble, to extend plays, to make things happen. So until somebody knocks him off, until someone can show that he's consistently the guy, number one's Josh Allen. I'd put Tua right behind him, very close behind him. Not for any other reason, and I know people are probably, Jets fans are pissed off about that right now because you got Aaron Rodgers, but I have injury concerns with him. If he comes back healthy, yeah, he could easily be number 1, number 2. And that's what it comes down to. ACL injuries are tough to come back from to begin with. And at 40 years old, it's going to be even tougher. We'll have to see. And let's be honest, the Jets didn't have the best offensive line to begin with. So should he be near the top? Should he be the top guy? Probably. But he's got a lot of question marks this season. And then the last is going to be who is quarterbacking for the freaking Pats this year. Jacoby Brissett, I think.
Yeah, that fucker.
Yep. I'm sorry. In a stacked division like that, you're going to be number 4. It's nothing against him, but you've got some pretty solid elite freaking coaches. That's just what it is.
Oh, man. Rick? Okay. Rick got Josh Allen, number 1. Got Tua, number 2. Got Rodgers, number 3. And whoever the fuck is quarterbacking for the Patriots, of course, you're last because there are no more teams left in the fucking division. So
Yeah.
by default, you suck ass. All right. You know what? I can't get mad at your list. I have Rodgers number 1 because, for one, he's Aaron fucking Rodgers. I just can't. I can't.
Right.
Josh Allen, you're a great quarterback. You're good. Tua, you're good. But none of you motherfuckers are fucking, Aaron fucking Rodgers. Until he shows me otherwise, he is the best quarterback in that division to me.
Yeah.
Number 2, I have Josh Allen. And that's an iffy one because we seen Josh Allen pre Stephon Diggs. And he was ass grass. Now we're going to see what he's like post Stephon Diggs. Will he go back to the fucking Josh Allen he was before? This is what everybody want to see.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, you can take off running and do all this other shit that you want to do when you got, Diggs and Gabe Davis running. Like, you can take those risks. Now you got players you don't know nothing about. You don't know who the fuck these players are. Now we about to see who the hell granted, you've been damn near leading the league in interceptions for like the past 2 fucking years with those players. Now you don't have those fucking players. So you might fuck around and do Eli Manning this year.
Stat of the day.
Yeah, so like we don't know what we're about to get out of Josh Allen, and yet I still got to put him number 2 just because of what he's done for the past 4. Like
Right.
I'm not going to base it off of what I think he. You know what I'm saying? What I think he may do next year. I got to base it off what he has done, and I'm gonna keep it real. But there's a good possibility that you may turn into the next fucking Eli fucking Manning this year. Number 3, I have Tua, simply because he's not better than fucking Allen or fucking Rodgers. And that's not a knock on Tua, but Allen gets a nod because Allen will put his head down and give you 30 yards on a fucking run and run somebody the fuck over. Like, that's one tough son of a bitch right there. That's why I got to put him before Tua. Because of the element of his legs. Tua has not shown me that, and he has not shown me that in college. That's just not who he is.
Right.
And that's not a knock on Tua. That's just not his game. Number 4 is whoever the fuck is suiting up for the fucking Patriots. Like, by default, you got to come in 4th. Brisket or whatever the fuck your name is. Like, by default, you are number 4. You just automatically suck ass, so it's not your fault, bro.
Well, like, that's just it. I mean, he went to a new team with a new coach and the whole. They're in a rebuild, man. Even if he was, in the same line with the other 3 quarterbacks, you're starting over from scratch, man. You're going to be the bottom of the pile until you can say, all right, until you come out and show everybody that you can be that guy. Yeah, dude, you're in 4th. It's not knocking on Jacoby Brissett out here.
Fuck that. I'm knocking on him. He sucks. I know. I'm knocking on that motherfucker. All right, so we did quarterbacks, right? So we're going to jump to the next joint, which is, you know what? I really don't even want to hear Rick answers on this shit, but I got no choice. Like, all right. For anybody listening, the only reason I got 4, the top 4, is because there's 4 teams in the fucking division. So please don't be like, yeah, why didn't you do top 5? So that means if we do top 5 quarterbacks, we got to pick a fucking sub. That's why we did 4. Like, do you not know math? It's 4 fucking teams, so we picking a top 4 in this fucking division. Okay? Now, top 4 wide receivers. Oh my! Do I even want to hear 2 of them? Like, we can just skip them. All right. We gonna keep it fair. All right, your top 4 wide receivers in the AFC East, right?
Well, first and foremost, I think Tyreek Hill is a top receiver, not the top receiver, but if he's not the top, he's pretty damn close. He's probably top 3, top 5 wide receivers. Maybe he's closer to number 1 if he stays healthy and he can hit that 200 or 2,000 yard mark that he keeps wanting to push. It's hard not to put Jalen Waddle second. If Diggs was still in the division, it would have been a completely different answer. I still would have probably put Stephon Diggs second. But he's no longer in the division. So right now we're at Tyreek, Jalen Waddle, and Garrett Wilson's up there too. That's a
Yep.
Whoa. I don't know, man. That's a tough number two between Garrett Wilson and Jalen Waddle. I'm going to change my answer, and I'm going to give Waddle number 3 and Garrett Wilson number 2.
Holy shit! What?
I'll be fair. Hey, listen, I'm fair and I'm honest. I think Jalen Waddle has a game, but is a baller. I think he's one of the top receivers in the league. When healthy, when he doesn't have the focus, and Tyreek can take the focus off of him, I think there's not much that he can do better. But let's be honest, Garrett Wilson's right up there, and I'm always going to be fair and honest. So I can't even say that I would put Waddle right next to him at a very close, maybe 2A and 2B. But Buffalo, man. There's too many question marks in Buffalo. I mean, you know what? I'm going to put the rookie at number 4 for Buffalo.
Oh, shit.
Yep. Keon Coleman, I'm going to say, I'm giving him a lot of credit as a rookie. I think he can come in and he's going to make plays. He's a likable dude. I think he's going to put in the work. I'll put him number 4. For sure.
Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, shit. All right. That was surprising. But, that's the whole point of the fucking show. All right, so let me see. We got Hill number 1.
Uh-huh.
We got Wilson number 2. We got Waddle number 3, and we got the rookie Coleman number 4. All right,
yes, sir.
That's not a bad list. Number 1, of course, fucking Tyreek Hill, without a doubt. Number 2, of course, I gotta go Waddle. Like I said, if I think you got the best receiving core in the fucking league, them two together, they're fucking magical.
Yeah, they eat off each other's plate too, man. They take plays away from each other.
Facts. That's the other thing. Damn, I know. Either one of them can get 2,000 yards easy.
Mm-hmm.
I swear. One season we're gonna see 2 fucking players on the same team reach that fucking. We're gonna see it. We're gonna see it one day, 1 year. I don't know when. Hope it's not this year because I don't want y'all to win shit. But I got Waddle number 2. Number 3, I have Wilson. And what's scary about that pick is Wilson has not had a fucking quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
We have no idea how good this kid could be yet because he has not had a fucking quarterback.
Right.
And he's been killing it with my next door neighbor. If Rodgers is healthy this year, I think we're going to see what this kid Wilson can really fucking do. So he has number 3. Number 4, I stayed with the Jets. I went with Mike Williams.
Ooh, I wanted him on the list too. I was thinking about that, but
I know, and I get the Keon Coleman. Mike Williams, once again, if healthy. Oh my God, him.
That's where Rodgers, my question mark was.
Yeah, him, Rodgers, and fucking Wilson together. Oh my God, they're going to be a fucking problem. But once again, that's if he's healthy. But I can't base this on. I'm trying my best not to base it on what if.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just know what Williams has done throughout his career. So that's I'm trying my best to base it on that. So he is the 4. Because I Keon Coleman, you're a rookie. I don't know what you're going to do in the fucking league. Your stats are coming from college, bro. I've seen plenty of college wide receivers get to the league and fucking shit the bed. So, I can go with Wilson because he's done it before. I can go with Hill. I can go with Waddle. And I can go with Williams because I know what they have done. So now you give Williams, if he's healthy again, you give him Aaron Rodgers, an accurate fucking passer. It can very much be. And then he's not going to be doubled because you got Wilson over here now. Yes. So those are our top 4. It is Hill, Waddle, Wilson, and fucking Mike Williams. So we got 2 Dolphins and 2 Jets. I'm sorry, Bills, and I'm sorry, Patriots. Patriots, I don't even know if y'all have a fucking wide receiver. You got Kendrick Bourne. I think I don't even know what the fuck y'all got on y'all fucking team. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
They got Juju.
No, I don't think he on that fucking team.
No.
He might have been. I might have missed it, or I just said, "Fuck it." I'm not even gonna pull up their stats. I was like, "Yo, who the Cause they ain't got nobody throwing them the ball and shit. Belichick might as well go throw them the fucking ball." But
listen, until anyone on New England proves himself, it's hard to put him in the top at anything.
Facts, and it's not too much dissing them. Okay, it is really dissing them, but I mean, look, I can't give y'all a top quarterback spot. I can't give y'all a top wide receiver spot because y'all just don't have them. So we're not dissing y'all because we fucking hate y'all or nothing. But you got to be realistic and say, yo, we just don't have those type of players that the Dolphins or the Jets have. Like keep it a buck with yourself. You know you don't have those fucking players. You haven't had those players in like 5 fucking years.
Yeah. That doesn't mean they can't become those players, but right now, on paper, you're looking at it going, if you're putting these players next to the ones that have already proved something, anybody in their right mind would pick, the players that we picked. It's not hate. I mean, I hate the Bills, Jets, and Patriots naturally and intentional. I mean, it is, but that's just the division, you know what I mean?
I mean, look, it is what it is. And like Joe just said, he said, name the Pats and Bills wide receiver core. No one can. Like, I bet all day. Like, when it's time to bet NFL next season, I'm gonna look at their, their odds and their parlays, and I'll be like, I'm not putting this motherfucker on my fucking ticket.
Right.
Hell no. I'm not even putting you to get one catch because I don't trust your quarterback. I don't even know your fucking system. Like what the fuck? So no, I'm sorry, Buffalo and Patriots fans. I could not put none of your wide receivers on this list because they don't fucking exist right now. When the season starts, that's something different. But right now, they don't exist. Fucking hate me. What y'all doing these days? Cancel? You fucking cancel the bad podcast, motherfucker. I don't care. Shit. Fuck out of here. You fuck. Boy, man, look, let me stop. I'm just bugging out on these people teams and shit. We're gonna get hate mail and shit. Look. We're trying to fucking kill us. All right, so we did the wide receivers. All right, so next up, of course, is the fucking running backs. Rick, who you got as the top 4 running backs in the AFC East?
Oh, okay. So this is a
that shit was hard.
This one was really hard. I'm gonna say, son of a bitch.
What team he play for?
The Patriots, probably. With his I can't even get the.
I'm sorry. My bad. That was a damn good one, though. Oh shit, that was a good one. Oh damn. All right, that was a good one. Let me get that shit out.
Just his productivity last year alone, in leading the league in rushing touchdowns. I'm gonna put if he can duplicate last year, I'm gonna put Raheem Mostert top of the division, or in terms of running back. My heart and my Dolphins fandom wants to put Devon Achane down there at number 2, but I won't. I'll put James Cook at number 2 for the Buffalo Bills. I think Achane at freaking rushing. I think, what did he finish the season at? After he was rushing before he got hurt at 12 yards per fucking carry, bro. That is unheard of. And it's not like he had like 5 carries. He had a consistent amount of carries. He was getting like 12 yards a clip. I think he finished the season at 7.8 yards or 8.1, somewhere in that range. I should have looked it up before I made that decision. But yeah, he's a good young running back, and he bulked up a little bit this season. So I'm kind of curious if it doesn't slow him down. It's going to be very interesting to hold him out of the top number 1 or 2 spot. So those are the top 3. I don't even know how to round out the top 4 because as we're looking at it again, what we say, James Cook. What? Okay, I'll add Breece Hall in there. He'll probably.
I mean, you said that like he was some bum. Like, yeah, I'll throw this motherfucker
into the list. I had to pull up my depth chart, make sure that he was still with the Jets. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, he is definitely up. Okay, we're gonna bump Achane down. I'll put Breece Hall up at number 3. I'll put Achane if he can continue to grow and to continue to have that success, he'll move up the list. But I'll put him number 4, and then Breece Hall at number 3. Man, forget that. Put Breece Hall and look it. It's gonna be Mostert, Breece Hall, fucking James Cook, and then Achane. That's the list.
All right, we pretty much got some of the same players. I I got Mostert number 1 just because of his ability to, run and catch the ball. Like, and he's a fucking touchdown machine.
For sure.
Like, I think he just, in his sleep, he scores touchdowns and shit.
He's a red zone animal.
Yeah, like and then, I mean, he could be, he's good, he's a good 3-down back player. Like, he's very slept on, real, and real shit. Great running back for y'all. Number 2, I got Breece Hall. Once again, same thing with Garrett Wilson. These players are producing without a fucking quarterback. And you can say, oh, but he's a running back. No. If you want to run the ball effectively, you got to have some kind of fucking passing game. Because now, if you don't have a passing game, a defense can stack the fucking box.
Yeah, it's not like it was years ago, man. You got to have a good passing game.
Now, who's that kid that was just quarterbacking for the Jets?
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson. Like, Zach is not going to throw a 90-yard bomb. So, therefore, you can stack the box against Breece Hall. Now you're stuffing the run. Oh, Breece Hall is garbage. Well, he's garbage because he's trying to run against 8 or 9-man front. Like, motherfucker, Barry Sanders, can't nobody do that.
Right.
But now you put Aaron Rodgers back there, and it might be a good chance for him. But still, Breece Hall has shown the ability that, when he gets good blocking, he's a fucking problem in the open field. Like, he has good vision, and he has great speed. So I still put him at number 2. Number 3, I don't care. This will be different. I got Stevenson from the fucking Pats. So you hear that, Patriots fans? I got one of your fucking players in the top 4 as a running back. I like this kid. See, he's a hard runner, yo. This kid is a hard fucking runner. He's a fucking Mack truck. I like this kid, but once again, you're playing behind, with no wide receivers. He was playing with no fucking quarterbacks, and once again, I didn't pull up his stats completely. But still a very good fucking runner. I like this kid's game. And number 4, I had James Cook. The reason he is 4 is because, for one, I mean, he's not his brother. And then he's playing with a team who still have not figured out how to use a fucking running back. Like, to them, their quarterback is their running back.
Right.
I'm sitting here watching the games. I'm like, damn, like y'all got running backs, that y'all can hand the ball off to. Like, and that's why y'all wanted to give Cook the money. Like, y'all got a kid y'all can give the fucking ball to. But no, you want your quarterback risking an injury for 3 yards.
Right.
If I'm Cook, I'm sitting here like, you know what, man? Fuck you, motherfuckers. You want to give me the ball? Okay, I'll fumble. Like, take me. Like, but Cook is, in my opinion, still like the 4th best running back, and that's not a slouch on him because he can run the ball and he can catch the ball. He's a dual threat. I just want Buffalo to use him more so we can see what he really can fucking do.
Right.
Because, I mean, if he's like his brother, because we have no fucking idea yet, then Cook could be a fucking problem. But they just don't know how to use their fucking running backs correctly. So, we'll see. So that's what I have. I have Mostert, I have Hall, I have Stevenson, and I have Cook as my top 4 fucking running backs in the AFC East division. Crappy ass motherfucking division.
We're in the wrong East for Mark.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's the wrong damn East right here. All right, so the last question of the show, I was like, ain't no need for us to do like a 2-hour show this week and shit. Just quick football questions and shit.
He doesn't want to talk about the good teams that long.
Nah, these fucking teams suck ass. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been hungry for I've been eating smoothies and shit and all this, man. I need some real food, man.
Yeah, right?
But what we got? All right, the last joint. All right, who wins the AFC East this season, Rick?
Oh my God. There are so many variables. There are so many question marks. With the AFC East has the most question marks of any other fucking division this year. Will Aaron Rodgers come back healthy and be the same player? Can Josh Allen still play at the same level without Stephon Diggs? Will Tua stay healthy and their offensive line keep him upright and productive this season? Can the Patriots fucking get back to their winning ways with a new quarterback, a new coach, new players, new system? No. Okay, so this division has the most chaos in the offseason and the most question marks, but as much as I want to say the Miami Dolphins, I always remember from a very young age an old Ric Flair saying, to be the man, you got to beat the man. And so someone beats the Buffalo Bills, it's got to be Buffalo. I'm sorry.
Oh, shit. Really?
Yes, sir.
Well, as y'all can tell, I fucking disagree with Rick. I think the Bills lost too much.
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so.
I'm sick of seeing them winning, bro.
Well, I agree, because during the middle of the season, you're looking at them like, oh shit, yeah, this the year that they fucking miss, and then by week 16, 17, you're like, wait a minute, these motherfuckers about to win the fucking division? Like, how the fuck? Like, but they don't have Diggs no more. I mean, as much as we can talk about Gabe Davis and his inconsistency and shit, I mean, he still found ways to score when you didn't think he would fucking score.
Right.
Like, but now you lost that, and you replace him with Curtis Samuels and Keon Coleman and whoever the fuck else I said earlier. That's how fucked up it is. I don't remember who the fuck I said earlier, and I had this shit written down. That's terrible. But I can't trust them like I can trust Miami, because I know what Miami is capable of doing. Now Diggs and Gabe Davis is gone. That was their threat. They're gone. Now Miami defense don't have to worry about these two motherfuckers no more. Now you got to worry about a rookie. I'm not saying a rookie can't play because he's the fucking rookie. But we'll see. We will fucking see. But if I had to pick, of course, it's going to be the Dolphins, because of they're a veteran team. Whether or not they have failed in the past, yeah, blah blah blah. We all know that they have failed, but they've been there. Their issue was health, and then it was they just didn't click when at the right time. Maybe it's a drop pass here, maybe it's a fumble here, a blown assignment here. That's it. If you tweak just a little bit, these motherfuckers is a problem. That's all. That's all you gotta do. You just gotta tweak a little. Like you say, give Tua time. Because sometimes you don't have the time and he's throwing shit. Because once you got Tyreek Hill,
literally throwing shit out there.
Yeah, you're literally throwing shit, because now he's running for his fucking life. But if you protect him, he got time to pick you apart. It's a motherfucking problem. And the running backs, oh Lord, please. Look. Just give them the time. This is their division to win this year. If they don't win it this year, that's the goddamn shame.
Listen, and that's the pessimist in me when it comes to the Miami Dolphins, because if you look at this team on paper, and I've heard it for the past 10 years, on paper they're the best team in the division. Well, on paper they haven't done shit. If paper won fucking championships, they'd freaking lead the freaking league in championships, but they don't. That's going to be their biggest question. Not only can Tua get to the next level, can Mike McDaniel as a coach get to the next level? And I kind of I read a report. I kind of like what he's doing there, and every team meeting and all these appointments and all the things he does around the league or the practices and what is scheduled at. He hits it at the 24-hour mark or the 24-minute mark. So if you have a 3:00 meeting, it's at 3:24, and if you have a running back meeting, it's at 5:24. You know, the significance of that is he's instilling in their brain that they haven't won a playoff game in 24 fucking years.
Oh shit, that's dope.
This is 2 decades worth of bad football and not winning a playoff game. They are officially the team in the league with the longest playoff drought for wins. They need that reminder. They need to be elevated to the next level. The fan in me really thinks they will win it this year. The realist in me has said every time I fucking say that, they fall apart on me. So that's on them to not fall apart this year.
All right, so you going with the Bills. I'm going with the Dolphins. And that's fucked up.
Jets fans are mad right now, but that's okay.
Yeah. I'm about to say damn. We didn't mention the motherfucking Jets, and if healthy, there's a strong possibility with that defense that they can take it. But I still think Miami has the experience, and you believe Buffalo has whatever the fuck they have that that they can win. Patriots, once again, by default, you get mentioned in the division talk because by default you're in the fucking division. So we do mention
that's not to say they can't surprise some teams this year. We'll wait and see on that. But like, history has shown that not too many teams are good in their first year under a new head coach.
Yeah, just I'm sorry, Patriots fans. This is just not your year. Now, before
y'all had 24 years, you could chill for a little.
Exactly, like, you can share the motherfucking wealth, like with the Eagles, like motherfucker. No, we ain't talking. I'm saying, but nah. But before we do go, I didn't want like a super duper long show. But before we do go, switch gears real quick. We'd like to give a big congratulations to the Boston Celtics for winning, the NBA champion, for winning the NBA, championship last year. Last night, what's that? 4-1 over the Dallas Mavericks. Jaylen Brown came away with the MVP. Many are saying that it should have went to Jason Tatum. Look, I'm not a player, so I cannot speak on a player's feelings. I guess it does matter. Like, if I'm the MVP, I think I'm more excited that I won a fucking championship. I think the media is blowing it up more than it should. To me, the media has been trying to draw a line between these two players since they got together. Like, the media is trying to break up Brown and Tatum since they got together. Now it was, Jason Kidd tried the Jedi mind trick, like, hey, Jaylen Brown is the best player. I mean, stats-wise, it should have went to fucking Tatum. Like, he averaged more points, averaged more fucking rebounds, averaged more assists, and at the end of the day, he is the leader of that fucking team. But it didn't go to him. It went to Jaylen Brown. Does Tatum care? I'm pretty sure he has some feelings about it. But at the end of the day, he's celebrating the fucking championship. Only people who care about it is us motherfuckers sitting on the couch. Right. Like, oh my God, this motherfucker didn't win the finals MVP. He's a bum. My dude, they just won a fucking NBA championship, and you want to dog him out because he didn't get finals MVP?
Yeah.
Like, really? That's what, yeah. Sorry.
Not only that, I'm jumping in on you, my apologies, but like, fucking, not only did you win a championship, which fucking players rarely do, I mean, every year a team does, but that's a different topic. Like, that's not what I'm talking about. There are so many players, great players in the league that don't win a championship. How many people didn't win a championship in the 90s because of freaking Michael Jordan and because of Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal? Okay, these guys are just fucking happy to get over a hump. So not only did you win a championship, you won a championship with one of the most historic teams in the NBA right now. Like, how many championships do the Boston Celtics have in their history, and you've only added to that total? You have a lot to be proud of. I'm sure it's the last fucking thing on your mind. Maybe a couple of days from now you might go, man, it really would have been nice, but I don't think you're fucking worried about it.
Facts. And you know how the media gets. The media is just running with this shit. Like, oh my God, the best player on the fucking team, just didn't win. I mean, it's bullshit at the end of the day.
It's all freaking rage bait bullshit that they need to keep their ratings up to bring some people in discussing. Oh, let's just bring this person in and we'll get people riled up and fighting over it, which will only make us more money. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, man. Like we said, congratulations to the motherfucking Celtics. I mean, they were arguably the best team. All season long. Ended the campaign with the best record in the league, I believe. So, I mean, they did their fucking job. Right. And everybody's outside still trying to, tear the team apart and talk shit. And that only happens when your team fucking loses. Sorry. I mean, real shit. Their team won. And, like, give them their fucking respect. Like, stop with the whole bullshit of Tatum is the, he's the leader, so he should. Nigga, Tatum got a fucking ring, B. Like,
all right. He's about to get some endorsement deals.
And what made it so good is that when Brown accepted the fucking MVP trophy, he was like, "Yo, I'm sharing this with my like Brown knows." Like, honestly, he probably should have won it, but at the end of the day, fuck it, we won this shit together.
Right.
He said, "Yo, I want to share with my brother who's been with me," and that's what he said, and that's what he should have said. That's a real fucking teammate right there. So at the end of the day, maybe Tatum punch that motherfucker in his mouth and take the trophy and run home. Who the fuck knows? I have no fucking idea. That's probably what I would do. Like, I'm gonna catch your ass when you get outside the bus. That's really my shit. You gonna try to
play me one-on-one for that trophy?
You know what I'm saying? Play me one. I don't know. I think Brown might give him the business though. But still, though, you know what I'm saying? Congratulations to those motherfuckers. To the Dallas Mavericks. And let me tell you how fucked up this sports world is, and the sports media and its fans are. 2 weeks ago, everybody was loving Kyrie Irving. Like, oh, we owe Kyrie an apology. He lost yesterday. Oh, well, if he would have had if Doncic would have had Jalen Brunson instead of Kyrie, like, motherfucker, you were just kissing Kyrie's feet 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
Like,
Kyrie's back to his old ways. He's back to the player he should have been. Blah 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 blah. Fucking Jesus.
Why do people do that? Be like, they're fucking athletes, yo. And guess what? You're gonna have bad fucking games. Like, no one shot lights out for the fucking Celtics for them to win. They won as a team.
Let's not even say you had bad games. Like, fucking, sometimes you just lose to the better fucking team. It happens.
Exactly. They had a better fucking team. But, you know, it's, Kyrie, if Kyrie wasn't this or wearing fucking tassels on his shoes, like, dude, shut the fuck up. Kyrie. And I watched Kyrie at the end of the game. Once again, he's in fucking Boston where they hate him. Kyrie did not run in the fucking tunnel. Kyrie stood at the beginning of the fucking tunnel and waited for all of his fucking teammates. Give them all a pound. Gave every last one of his teammates. He's in Boston. I'm pretty sure they were saying some crazy shit to him, but yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, Boston sports are rough.
But yeah, it was some Boston fans right there at the tunnel was showing Kyrie love.
Mm-hmm.
But Kyrie, as a fucking professional, stood there, took whatever they were saying, ignored that shit, while all the confetti coming down on his fucking head and shit, waited for every one of his fucking teammates, gave him all that, and then he was the last one to go into the fucking tunnel. Like, that's the shit you look for in a fucking leader.
Gotta respect
Whether or not y'all just lost, but then the media, oh my God, this bum-ass Kyrie, if they would have just kept Jalen Brunson, and guess what? They still would have fucking lost. Boston was just on some other shit. That's all.
Yeah, so, and that's just it. There's a reason y'all are fucking sitting in a swivel chair on the fucking TV and not a GM of a fucking team. Shut up. Like, you ain't gonna do much better. Everybody wants to play that fantasy fucking manager. If they would have done this, if they would have, if this, if that. Shut up.
Fact, you heard Rick. Shut the fuck up. Okay, he didn't say the fuck part. I just added.
I should have. You add that for that little extra flavor.
Yeah, I just add that shit in because that's just that's pretty much just who the fuck I am. I guess at the same time, this is something that I never ever fucking do, and I need to start doing it. I want to say a quick commercial break because the show's about to go off, but I do want to play something real quick because I never ever play this fucking shit, and I need to start doing it. I don't know why.
See, there you go.
That fucking shit. Like,
yeah.
I know Joe be like, yo, why you ever play the promo? Yo, dude, I don't really forget that shit be here. I just get on this motherfucking camera. I just start fucking talking. I be forgetting every motherfucking thing. Like,
you get so sidetracked, man. I'm gonna tell you guys how we started this stuff when we were talking about this podcast. Mark's like, we're gonna do a half-hour show.
Yo, I did say that shit. I did say 30 motherfucking minutes. We're gonna do 30 fucking minute podcast. We haven't done a 30 fucking minute podcast in about 8 episodes.
Yeah, you want to talk about getting sidetracked? We were doing a half hour. We got fucking sidetracked. You can't blame us for not playing the promo.
I was like, Rick, you down for a 30-minute episode? I was like, yo, we can talk about shit real quick and just breeze through. I think the first episode we did was like 2 hours long. I was like, damn, okay, that shit just didn't go. That shit didn't go as planned. Don't be fucking listening to me, people. But once again, I said I'm going that shit because my fucking stomach. I'm like, I got some pork chops ready to cook and shit.
There you go.
Facts-orama. But once again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in for another episode of the Mass Podcast. Next week, I'm really not sure. Y'all know it's summertime. It's travel time. It's time to do a lot. So me and Rick are talking. We'll have a show next week. I think the following week. I think I go and start the cruise, so I don't really know what the fuck I'm be doing. But me and Rick will talk. So of course, we having the show. We will let y'all know.
Yeah, follow the socials. We'll always post that. We'll let you know when we're going. Summer's time for fun, man. As much as we love doing this, we could get outdoors.
Hell yeah. It's too hot to be motherfucking sitting in the fucking house. I'm all sweating and shit out here, sweaty nuts and all this. Sweat like a motherfucker. This motherfucker. But I mean, like I said, and for that note, like I said, me and Rick has been doing this for years. So, we know what it's like to give blood, sweat, and tears, and just constantly, just at the laptop typing, writing. Dude, we done that shit for so many motherfucking years that sometimes life, you're miss certain shit. Because I'm like, yo, I need to get a deadline. I need to get the. Hey, I'm almost 50 years old. I'm gonna enjoy my fucking summer, Joe. Like real shit. I'm not saying we're not gonna be writing and we're not gonna be doing that, but it's not gonna consume my motherfucking life like it used to years ago.
Fucking the older we get, man, the more you gotta spend time with the people you need to.
Hell yeah. But that is what it is. And with that said, God willing, we'll see y'all next week, man. Peace.
Yes, sir. Later.